Alrighty, so let's talk about the final season of The Walking Dead. We are now at the point where all of our talk is just on the final season, and it's honestly just kind of refreshing. I know that these 6 episodes were just bonus episodes, but it was a bit of a drag to watch them, at least a couple of them anyways. I'm more excited for Fear the Walking Dead, especially the mid-season premiere, I guess episode 8. I've watched it, I've recorded my reaction. For members, I will be posting my reaction and commentary track and stuff within the next day or two. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But my full spoiler review talking about the mid-season premiere for Fear the Walking Dead Season 6, that will be coming this Sunday as always. I figured that's something I can do actually with some of the episodes. Whenever I do film my commentary stuff, I don't have to release it the Sunday the episode comes out. I can do it beforehand. Like the episodes are coming out. It's not like I'm talking about spoilers. They're literally releasing them early. So yeah, so if you're interested in that, maybe consider becoming a member of the channel. And if you are new here and you want more Walking Dead content like this, make sure to be a subscriber. I have a lot of videos coming out today. I have some stuff. It's new stuff related to the final release date stuff, filming things, and some plot or story type things that are going to be going down in the final season, things that we thought were going to happen that aren't happening now, and a couple of things that I guess I was expecting, but it's just been confirmed more. That and also some potential crossover anyways with Fear the Walking Dead, which I don't think they're going to do like a full on crossover, but there might be some more stuff there. And I also want to talk about Here's Negan again, but that's more on, I have a different angle on it, but that's probably going to be the last video that comes out today. So yeah, so let's just jump into this. We have this, our official first look here at Daryl in the season 11 premiere. It's really cool that they released this because it's our first official look at the final season. And that's how you know the 6 newer episodes that we got weren't really much of anything other than just bonus episodes, because they're already releasing so much final season stuff because they've been in production for the final season for a very long time now. So they're ready to just get started with this. They want to jump into the final season. They want to show us what they got. We got a release date already. That's totally different. Usually when a season ends, it ends in what, late March? It's usually early April, but around there. We don't find out the release date for the next season until Comic-Con. So things are definitely different this year, but still, no matter what, I'm really excited for this. In this shot, we have Daryl, and it looks like he's in a sewer or something like that, and he's looking down one of these pipes or tunnels, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure where he is. This is from the season 11 premiere, and if you remember, the premiere is going to be 2 episodes. It's a 2-part premiere. It's going to be a gigantic premiere. A lot of action, a ton of stuff happening. This is definitely most likely in the very first part. And if you remember, I think it was in episode 21 or 22 of season 10, there was a line mentioned about finding a military base, and I think Daryl actually might have mentioned it. There was a military base that was found, and so they're going to go and search there for more, I guess, supplies and what have you. And I think this is where the Reapers could be involved. The Reapers are weirdly important for the final part of the story, more so than I was expecting. And I think the reason was because of Angela Kang and Scott Gimple believing that the show was going to last a lot longer than it was going to. Because Jeffrey Dean Morgan said that a couple of days ago, a week or 2 ago or something, that it caught everyone by surprise. That Angela Kang and Scott Gimple, no one knew that the show was going to end. AMC just decided to end it. And I do think the pandemic probably played a role into that. I think the show is very, very expensive to make. They were losing a lot of money, and I think it just made a lot of sense to end it right away so they could catch up with things, do some spin-offs, and you can do things there. You can pay people less. Contracts are probably running out. I think it made a lot of sense, but I find it weird that they didn't know about it, like Scott Gimple and Angela Kang, especially Gimple. Gimple had no idea that the show was ending when he's like the chief content officer or whatever they're calling him. You'd figure that there'd be some communication or that he would know that the show was going to last for a lot longer, but regardless, maybe that's normal for television, right? I wouldn't know. So the Reapers, I think, were a plan to expand and do more original content after the Commonwealth. Like, we would see some Reaper stuff kind of maybe throughout, and maybe they would spread out the Commonwealth stuff a little bit more. Maybe like what we got in the comic, they would spread that out over like 2 to 3 or 4 seasons, but we would be dealing with the Reapers and there would be this whole different thing. Like, I do wonder if that was the original plan because, like, yeah, the Commonwealth arc, it's going to be ending with this last season, but if they weren't ending here, they would have to go on for more seasons, a season 12, 13, 14, 15, and that seemed to be their plan because Jeffrey Dean Morgan even said he thought that there was going to be more stuff afterwards, that he'd be doing this for a while still, and no, this just took them by surprise, and so now they got to change some stuff up with the writing, because they are still working on the final parts of the story. They have things mapped out. but they're still very much in production for writing episodes for like the final episodes of the season. And we'll talk about that more in my other video. I want to talk about the production dates and episode dates and some other things related to filming and stuff, because we got a lot of updates on that last night. I wish I would have talked about it last night, but yeah. Anyways, going back to this photo here of Daryl, I do think this is military base related, and I don't think this is in any way like related to the Commonwealth, because obviously they don't find out about them. I actually wonder if the Reapers, if they're going to be the villains for quite a while, because I'm trying to think writing wise what you're going to do with Daryl and everyone else while Eugene, Yumiko, and all of them are at the Commonwealth, because they're there for quite a while. In the comics, they're there for several issues. And if you have those characters there for several issues, what are you doing with Negan, Daryl, Maggie, and all of them? You can't have them just like hanging around. And in the comic, not a lot happens. Like Rick mourns Andrea, and for a while you don't even see what Rick and them are doing. So I think on the show you don't want to do that, because it's the final season. It's going to get boring. So that's where I think the Reapers come into play. I actually think they're going to deal with them for quite a bit. I hope that the Commonwealth don't come into play by like episode 8, but that could be where they're structuring it. Like, I don't know for sure. I think we'll meet them beforehand for sure. Like, I think we're going to meet them in the premiere or in episode 2, but I think Daryl's going to meet the Commonwealth, and I think they're going to be a big part of the story by the mid-season finale. This way we have the last 16 episodes to kind of deal and handle with all of that. And I hope that's enough time. I hope there is. That's the weird thing going into this final season is, as soon as there's like, we're 5 episodes in, we're going to be like, all right, there's only 19 episodes left to wrap all this up. And if they're not advanced enough in the storyline, things could feel rushed a little bit. And I hope that we don't run into a situation where a lot of the stories rushed to fit in, right? It's not like The Walking Dead to do that. They never rush anything. They take their time with everything. So I don't think that's going to be the case. I do trust Angela Kang in that, but I do wonder, like, I've been under the impression that we're going to be with the Commonwealth pretty much from the beginning, which I think we're still going to be, but I figured by episode 3 or 4, Daryl would meet at the Commonwealth, like Pamela Milton and stuff, but maybe it's going to be something for the mid-season finale, or not mid-season, I guess, but or episode 8, part 1's finale, right? I actually wonder if they're going to like call it part 1, part 2, part 3. I think that could be really cool. I think that the first part is going to be a lot of setting up and still a bunch of stuff happening, but very much like getting to know the Commonwealth and seeing what issues are there, them traveling to Alexandria, meeting Daryl, and all of that stuff. And then I think the second part, episodes 9 to 16, very much would be the rioting and everything, all the crazy stuff going on. And then the third part, episodes 17 to 24, will be the conclusion to The Walking Dead. So I think it would be smart if they like go about it that way. I just hope that we do see more of the Commonwealth. Because of that teaser we got last night, I'm just so excited for this character, like more so than I ever thought. I thought like Princess, I was kind of I don't know if I was excited, but I wanted to see her on screen. And then when we got her, I was like, oh, I really love this character. Like, I was worried about her. I wanted to see if they were going to actually use the character on the show. They did, and it's working really well. Mercer, I love the actor that they chose to actually play the character. And when you see his armor there, man, it looks badass. I think he's going to be a fan favorite instantly. I just have that feeling about the character, and I'm excited. So I guess the last thing I should throw in here, and it's a question for you guys, is whether or not you think this is related to Leah. And the reason why is because, again, the military base thing, I think that's going to play a role with the Reapers and all of that. And do you think Leah could be involved with that? Because the thing about these 6 episodes is they introduce things that they're going to be dealing with in the final season, right? Like the Reapers, that's something they're going to deal with. Notice how there was only one. There's more around, so they're definitely going to be dealing with them. They also teased that Leah has a military background with that knife that she had. So that they were saying as well is stuff that's going to be dealt with in the final season, but they thought they would introduce that stuff. Like Leah was already a plan for the final season, but they just did some other stuff here. So I think that she's probably going to return. And do you think that she's involved with the Reapers in any way? I think it would be really interesting. It would be some cool drama to happen. Like, the thing is, and we'll talk about the whole Commonwealth thing eventually, at the Wall of the Lost thing, but that could easily be Leah looking for Daryl, which still doesn't make sense because she could go back to the cabin, I know, but they are doing something with that. They have confirmed that that's not Dwayne. Like, Angela Kang actually confirmed that last night. Dwayne's not going to be there, so that theory is now dead. But yeah, there's just so much to talk about now with this final season. Finally, I'm excited. I'm not saying I wasn't excited for these 6 new episodes, but I knew they weren't going to introduce anything new. And there was, if you noticed, there wasn't a lot to talk about over the last few weeks, 6 weeks or so. Like, it's been pretty hard to do videos because there's just nothing to talk about. And now there's a lot to talk about. So I'm excited, but post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you want more Walking Dead content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.